What's good, y'all? This is Mila, and this is the first episode of Girls with Bars. This is a podcast focused on women in hip hop, women in the rap game. It's now the beginning of 2018, and women are coming back to the forefront of rap, and it's an amazing thing. And this is something that I really care about and something that I'm very invested in as a fan of rap music and as a woman, and especially as a black woman. Um, and so this is just an outlet for me to talk about how I feel about the current climate of hip hop and rap as it pertains to women. Um, you might hear me talk. You might hear a little mess on here, just a little though. That's not really my goal with this podcast. My goal is not to focus on the gossip or the mess. My goal is to talk about the girls and the women that I feel like are really pioneering this new era of female rap, the ones who are leaving the biggest impact, the ones who got the best bars, the ones who have the best image, the ones who I get a good vibe from, and the ones that I believe are going to be instrumental in, revolutionizing. Is that a word? Revolutionize. I don't think that's a word, but I'm going to we just going to act like that's a word. You know, ushering in the next phase of hip hop. So at first I thought like maybe I should just write down some topics so that I just won't be rambling on and on. But I think I'm just gonna dedicate this episode to just me giving a shout out to the girls that I like and maybe talking about a few other things that are relevant right now. So let me first start off with talking about the girls in rap right now, the women in rap right now, who are kind of coming up, who haven't really solidified their place in the game yet, but they're coming up and they're making strides and doing good things. So the girls that I'm most excited about right now, number one is Rico Nasty. She's one of my favorite new up and coming female rappers right now. Um, Last year in 2017, she dropped a song called Poppin', which I heard from watching an episode of Insecure, which is one of my favorite shows. That song blew up. It was everywhere. I listened to it nonstop. I know that me personally, I probably was responsible for at least 1,000 of the streams of Poppin' on any number of platforms. Really, really fuck with that record. Really love that record. Um, and I kept listening to her after she dropped Poppin', and I was feeling that record. Um, I started paying more attention to her because I had saw someone mention her before on a thread about female rappers on Twitter. I can't remember who was doing the thread, but they had played one of her other songs, Blocklist, and I was like, okay, this is cute. But it didn't it that wasn't the song that really drew me in. When I heard Poppin', I was like, this is that joint. This is that joint where it's like, this is that joint. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the reasons why I love TV and film so much, because it can introduce you to like so many different kinds of music, and do it in a way that can really like bond you with the song based on what scene you see it in cinema. But that's neither here nor there. So yeah, Poppin' was the first joint of hers that I really really fucked with, and then I heard Beat My Face, the race remix that she did. She went really hard on that. I fucked with that. And she just kept dropping stuff that I really fucked with and that I really liked. And beyond that, I just really liked her image and her attitude. I watched a couple of her interviews and I was like, I like this girl. I like what she's about. I like what she stands for. I just get a good vibe from her. And part of what determines if I like somebody as an artist is like if I get a good vibe from them or not, because I can look at somebody or listen to somebody talk for a couple minutes and just be like, I'm not really feeling you. And but I really like Rico. She did really well. She ended the year on a really high note. Her last mixtape, Sugar Trap 2, I believe, was featured in Rolling Stone as one of the best rap albums of 2017. She's doing big things. And I just really fuck with Rico. She's great. I wanted to see her when she came to Detroit last year, but I wasn't able to make it. But one of these days, I'm going to link up with Rico and go and see her perform live, because I really think it'll be cool, even though I might be one of the oldest bitches there. I just think it'll be cool just to see how she performs live and just support her like that, because female rappers, they need that support. They need you to buy tickets. They need you to buy their music, stream their music. They need that support, because if we not giving it to them, guess what? They just won't have it and they're going to die out. And it's already a male dominated industry. So if it's somebody that you like, you kind of have to be like really, really intentional about supporting female artists when it comes to the rap game. In any, in any genre, I think, in any field, but specifically in rap, you got to be intentional about that. Next, I want to talk about Cash Doll. Cash Doll is from my city, Detroit, Michigan. So, of course, I love Cash Doll. I mean, first of all, the first thing that comes to mind when I think about Cash Doll is her image. I will go back really quickly and say that Rico's image is another reason I like her. I know I mentioned that, but the reason why I want to go back to talking about Rico's image is because I've seen where, a lot of the girls, the younger girls, kind of have this thing of arguing about who bit whose style. I mean, I don't think it's just the younger girls, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm old. I'm in comparison to the girls that are 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm 25, so they're young to me. But they have this whole thing about who stole whose style and this, that, and the third. And I mean, when I look at Rico, I can tell that Rico's style is her style. I can look at her and I can tell that she's being authentically who she is. She's not trying on a persona. She's not, she's not still trying to figure out who she is in that sense. I think she's like 20, so of course she still has a lot of growing and developing to do, and she's likely going to change a lot more. But I feel like her image matches who she is right now really well, and I can tell that by looking at her, and I really appreciate that. I really appreciate her being herself, and just being a cool ass, poppin' ass bitch. But anyway, back to Cash Doll. Cash Doll that is a Detroit girl. When you look at Cash Doll, you see the icy wrist, you see the icy chain. She's dressed to the nines, hair done, nails done, everything done. That is how a top bitch from Detroit looks. She represents Detroit to the fullest. Another thing I love about her is the way that she sounds, her delivery. She is a great entertainer. She's had some troubles with legal troubles when it came to releasing music. I was on her Instagram and I saw that the legal matters were finished finally and everything like that. So I'm really, really looking forward to hearing more Cash Doll in 2018. I love her look. I love her vibe. And the bitch can rap. She can rap. She has bars. Her delivery is great. Um, Her verse on Big Sean's record So Good that just came out was really great. It was like the standout verse from that album. Everybody's talking about it. It's amazing. But you know that's not the only thing that she's done that has impressed me. Of course, Run Me My Money is a great record. For Everybody is a great record. I've heard some other things about her that I liked, but they didn't catch my attention enough for me to like talk about them. I'm really looking forward to her new material. I also like when she does, you know, she'll do like little freestyles on Snapchat or things like that. I really enjoy. And so yeah, I'm just looking forward to what she puts out this year. She's great. She reps Detroit really well, and I'm really excited for her. Next, I want to talk about Saweetie. Now, I just got up on her a couple of months ago. Her song Icy Girl has been, you know, kind of everywhere all over the internet. Now, I like her image is great too. I like her because here's the thing. She looks great. She's a very cute girl. She can dress, you know, her hair is always done, everything like that. Um, but there's something more to her. It's not just the fact that she's cute. It's something about her. It's something about her vibe. When I watched the Genius thing where she was explaining the lyrics of Icy Girl, just through her talking, hearing her speak about the lyrics and talk a little bit about herself, I just felt like this is somebody likable. This is somebody that I can rock with. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody who I wouldn't mind being a fan of and supporting because I just like her vibe. I like her energy. So yeah, she's really good. She's dope. I listened to, you know, her some more of her freestyles and some other joints that she did. Like I said, Icy Girl is good. Expensive is another record that I like. Um, yeah, she's Focused. I think she just dropped that like last month or something. But she's good. She's cute. And I just like her energy, so I'm excited to see where things go for her in the near future. Um, who do I want to talk about next? I guess I'll go ahead and talk about Rocky Bad and Molly B. And I'm talking about them together because honestly, I didn't really know about either one of them until like I didn't know about either one of them until I heard about them beefing, which, you know, is sad, but it is what it is. These are two girls from Detroit. Um, Now Rocky is very talented. Rocky has bars for days. Her delivery is great. Um, she's very talented. She's a very talented writer and rapper. Um, Molly she's a bit younger than Rocky, and it shows. She doesn't have as much. She's not as polished when it comes to um, her delivery and her writing, but she can rap. Nothing against the girl. The reason I brought them up together is because I had just been thinking about um, just like the dynamic between these two. I'm not really interested in talking about the beef because I don't know anything about it. But I was thinking about how, you know, Rocky is, even though she's very talented, um, one of the things that the beef with Molly Brazy made me very aware of in terms of her as an artist is that even though she is more polished with her craft, Molly is more polished with her branding. Molly has a bigger following, even though she's been rapping for less time, and that's not by accident. Both of these girls are beautiful. Rocky is a beautiful brown skinned young woman. Molly is a beautiful, cute, light-skinned girl. But just being totally honest and subjective, Molly's image is more polished than Rocky's is. And the reason why that is because Molly has a team behind her. Rocky does not. And you can tell that by looking at them and looking at their brands and the way that they present themselves. And that has a huge effect on how they're able to reach audiences and grow as artists. When you look at Molly, Molly always got her hair done, always got her nails done. She's always on brand. And not only that, because she's younger and a little bit more in touch with this generation that is largely supporting female rappers right now, she has a big advantage. Of course, because she's a light-skinned girl, even though Rocky is just as beautiful and is a brown-skinned girl, the lighter you are, the more you're going to get elevated. So, that's a part of it too. But more than anything, I think it's because Molly has the advantage of having a team behind her and really having a good grip on branding. And Rocky does not have a team. And like I said, you can tell that by looking at her social media, by how she presents herself, by the type of events that she does. And this is not to shade Rocky, because Rocky has done some good things, some great things. Like I said, she's very talented. However, it's a difference between when somebody has a team of people that are dedicated to them, like Molly seems to have, and when you just have like a few people that are only halfway dedicated to helping you sometimes, which it seems like is what's going on with Rocky, because it doesn't seem like there's anybody really taking charge of making sure that she upgrades in her career. She's steadily progressing, and that's by her efforts, because she works hard and she loves what she does. But the sad thing is, it takes more than just you working hard to make it. It takes more than just your talent for you to make it. It takes a village. It takes many people to look at you and believe in you and dedicate themselves to you so that your star can really rise. I don't know how far Molly is going to get in this game. I will say that when I first heard some stuff by her, like early last year, I wasn't that impressed. I knew that she could rap, but I didn't hear anything that made me be like, okay, I really like her. But when I listened to Rocky, instantly it was just bars, bars, bars. And again, I didn't look at this like a bad thing or like anything bad against Molly, because again, she's a bit younger and she hasn't been doing it as long. And so if she continues to work and perfect her craft, she's gonna get better. And the last thing that I heard her release, Molly's Story, I don't think that's the last thing she released, but that's the last thing I listened to by her. I could hear the growth and the development. And so, she's definitely, she's going to be one to watch out for. She's already one to watch out for, and she is getting better as well. And I saw that she had some pictures with Trina too. So, I mean, the girl is out here. She's out here. She's touring. She's doing things. And so I'm definitely still going to be looking out to see what she's doing as well. But I wanted to bring up her and Rocky at the same time, just because they are so different they're at different ends of the spectrum. And so when I compare them, it's not about comparing who's better than who. It's more so about comparing what one artist seems to be, what one artist's trajectory seems to be compared to the other, and why. And that's just my little nerd analysis But yeah, I like both of them, and I want to see where they go. Um, I couldn't end this podcast without bringing up Cardi B, who I've been a fan of for a long time, even before she dropped any music. I just loved her because she was hilarious. I have been listening to her music ever since she dropped Gangsta Bitch Volume 1. I didn't really enjoy Gangsta Bitch Volume 1 or 2 that much. I liked a couple of songs off of each project. I liked Forever. I can't even remember what else I liked, honestly. That's the only record that really stood out from those mixtapes. Of course, when Bodak Yellow dropped, that was the bop of the fucking summer. She did that, and she really, her star she just shot up into the sky, and it's been really, really great to see her just be rewarded and to see her really flourish as an entertainer. Her rapping skills have been steadily growing, and she's been getting better and better. And I'm also really excited to see where things continue to go for her in 2018. I'm definitely excited for the album. Bartier Cardi is doing well. The singles that she's been featured on with G-Eazy and Migos and most recently Bruno Mars are doing great. So I definitely just want to see her just keep going and just keep just getting better and better. And I'm going to stop it there now. I feel like I've been talking a while. And I feel like this was a pretty good introduction to just what this podcast is going to be about, what I'm going to be talking about. This is not the end all be all of the female rappers that I like and listen to. There are many more, but this was a good start. So yeah, thanks for listening to Girls with Bars, and I will see y'all on the next episode.